Hey everybody, what's going on today? Tabitha here. Hope everyone's doing well today. How is everyone doing today? Happy Friday to you all. I'm an oracle, a channel, an intuitive, a card reader, a crafter, and a blogger, among a few other things. So yeah, we're on today to get a message out of what's going on in the sky. So we're going to start out here with there's quite a few things actually with the planets. There are five planets that's doing some stuff, and we're going to read from the World Wide Web what to expect from these five planets on July 31st, 2026. There's a key astrological influence affecting us, and they all involve the moon moving into Pisces, Venus shifting into Virgo, and outer planets like Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto remaining in retrograde. This is telling us to expect a blend of soft, intuitive, emotional shifts paired with a practical need to slow down, review personal structures, and fix small daily details. That particular message comes from Sun Centennial. We're going to go down and see what the astrological energies are. If my So with this Pisces moon, it's wanting to get stuck. With the Pisces moon, it's saying as the moon enters Pisces early in the day, it's softening the mood and helping us notice feelings, signals, and subtle needs that usually get pushed aside, as noted by Sun Sentinel. Sun Sentinel, I'm sorry. Later, a square to Uranus can introduce minor schedule bumps or sudden adjustments, meaning you should keep your plans flexible. So, with this Venus in Virgo, this Venus transitions into analytical Virgo, moving the focus of relationships and self care toward acts of service, practical organization, and healing minor stressors in your routine. Yeah, it's stuck. So I can't get in. These are the ones that I really wanted to focus on, which were the retrograde outer planets, which are Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. So I would just channel those messages for sure to get a clear picture. I really want to focus on those because those are heavier planets, and I'm hearing that you can't deny a strict force that's coming behind these planets, basically. Though that's what I'm saying. Those planets are heavy. Um, I'm hearing a lethargic fulfillment. That sounds kind of crappy, but if it's a fulfill, what's the fulfillment doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a good fulfillment. The word lethargy in itself is enough to let us know. I'm hearing something to let us know that it's gonna be maybe possibly kind of rough. But I was just hearing something about eating plant-based foods, you guys. So let's channel a bit and scope out the vision of what is going on in the sky on this Friday. So as I am channeling and shuffling the cards, I'm hearing clearer vision, pragmatism, subtleties, divisiveness, and something is being spread apart or moved apart in such a way. Um, this is about you strengthening your character, but I'm also hearing this is a double vision and in your mind, having a wider and more broader perspective of how you think, and this catharsis keeps coming up. So I'm hearing this is a blank slate to keep things clean. I'm hearing in Greenville, so maybe to keep things abundant for you, and also to keep things on the hush, keep things on the low, is what I'm hearing. Um, Something about catching a thief, and I'm hearing something about honey, things might get a little rough up in China because I'm seeing a cat fight and somebody being subdued. The word subdued is what's being given, but somebody being apprehended. Um, Put in cuffs, child. Put in cuffs. So I don't know why I can't get the word, but yeah, confiscated keys. Some keys are being confiscated. Um, this is a slow departure for correction. And this is in Deepville. I don't know why they're kind of talking weird lately, but yeah, whatever Deepville is, I kind of get it. This is reconstruction for your life and how you want to become more abundant. And again, thinking about the pragmatism of things. Where is your loyalty? Where is your vision? And can you think straight? Can you think accurately? I'm hearing something about words of wisdom and coming together to close up that gap. Okay, so at the top of the message, they were saying things are spread wide. So whatever is spread wide now, or whatever may be coming into being spread wide, things have to be maintained. Tend to your garden. That's what I'm getting from that. Okay, so I'm hearing wealth deposits and droplets of some things, like just droplets. And remember, just yesterday's message, we were stuck here on the finances with the coinage, the pences falling from the sky, from the cloud. Okay, again, the sky. So this card is inverted, but it's a nice card if we can get it accurately. Yellow Tara, wealth and prosperity. The number 34, which comes up to the number 7. 7 is the spirit realm. There's the dove. This is closure. Let's put the card and gaining clear vision of a corrupt system or a corrupt vision of your clouded mind that has accosted you. Okay, that's the being put in cuffs. So your mind has kept you stuck in a certain area and apprehended. Okay, that was the word that was coming up. Apprehended. Okay. And it stole your keys. It took your keys, but they're saying snatch them back. They're saying now you can, and this will bring in greater health and wealth and abundance, and um, you're gonna get some things out of this. Communication is key, though. That's been the thief, is what they're saying, which is what has us in this hangman position. So to gain closure and to become more strategic, you're gonna have to gather yourself up and release the things that you are unclear of. Too much thinking, too much clouded mind. Back to too much clouded mind. So we're gonna turn this cloud up, and look, that money is going back into the cloud. It's going back into the cloud. Yeah, we have to regulate that, is what they are saying. Um, to think better, to think stronger, to become more healthy, to have a healthier appetite. Okay, so that's what's going on with the sky. You're gonna gain a clearer vision of this corrupt system. Again, we do know that if we want to go into the governmental systems and somewhat politics and stuff like that, I don't step into that field. That's not my I stay in my own lane. But if we want to go there, we do know that a lot of the corruptions have come from governmental entities and such and thus. So, but also in our own families and home lives and friendships and whoever is at the top, that is a lot of times what confiscates our way of thinking, because we are around, those are our family members, those, that is family, that is the extended family. And all it takes is, I'm hearing catch a thief, scratch a thief. I kind of heard that before, but they're saying check them, just checkmate them, just check. And as I heard the word check, this is how you will gain your own check, your big check. You'll be cashing out your debts, but you have to step up into the right frame of mind. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the finances. Your cup is full, they're saying. These are all in theory. Okay. Um, these are suggestions. Your cup overrunning. If you can't think quick, you're gonna gain a citation through the corrupt system and how your belief system can get caught out there. Can you think straight? How are you thinking? This is your judicial system, your heavenly heat, your heavenly heart, your need for readjustment, your big business, you know, just getting cut, 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 cut. I'm hearing cut your grass. This is strict movement, and this is diabolical. And this is also about mastering, first of all, your center, is what I'm feeling, but the juxtapositions of both your masculine and feminine frequencies, your dialogue, your communication, releasing fears, having healthier appetites, strengthening your character, allowing your cup to become more full. Um, no longer are you sedated. This is this is a this is about you having a certain way of thinking, and even your clapback. And I was hearing that this morning as well as I was putting some laundry in the washer. I just kept hearing that something about the clapback, and I'm like, well, who we got to be doing some clapback? What's that about? But again, from my message yesterday, as I was sharing, I kind of, oh Lord, my nose getting ready to burn. I don't know what I was just thinking. Um, alcohol, Lord Jesus. Okay, come back, sis. But y'all know from my message, I was sharing what I went through a couple of days ago with this brother who, was kind of coming for me. So if I had allowed him to, he could have stolen my finances, my spiritual finances. And a lot of times, this is what this is about as well: your spiritual finances, your health finances, your just it doesn't always have to be from the physical realm, actual material. If you're rich in the spirit realm, then you're rich in the physical realm. It may not show up the way you want it to show up, but it shows up. So yeah, that clapback game, trying to get back on point, that clapback game is going to be something serious in your mission. I feel from this, it's about rejection. So in saying that, with that clapback, do you have to clap back? Hence, again, why my point stay in a higher frequency that day. That does not mean it's gonna stay. And I'll see y'all see how they just put it out there for me to say that day. That's the thing. That's also how the systems and the breakdowns of the messages from the community of readers and such, and thus how the messages shift sometimes. Yes, we get lots of messages that are, pretty similar, and people get agitated with the similarness of the messages, but then we get that breakdown sometimes of something shifting, and it's saying you like I just said today, it stayed in order through divine essence, basically, because I stood in honor in my divine essence, stayed with the divine realm. I was able to keep divine protection. But if I do something that's bringing in discord, should I have had an argument with that brother? Then my point would have been out of alignment. Okay, so this is just about being mindful of that. Um, quickly. So I was taking out the trash the other day. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I guess. And as I got to my trash bin, I noticed a salamander or a gecko. His tail was hanging out of my can, and I was expecting him to run off the closer I got, and he didn't run off. And so I lifted the lid, and I'm like, oh no, he's dead. And so I just kind of knocked it off, and it just kind of kept. I'm big on animal totems and everything as well. So I looked it up, and this is just something for us to think about. I'm touching on it because of what I just shared. When you're out of alignment, you lose your protection, and that is what that gecko represents. Um, so in some area of my life, and I pretty much know is where my health is concerned. This is just me being honest. Um, there's some type of protection that is no longer there. Um, so my point in that is to see that gecko. Yes, that was my message for me, and it was dead. Not necessarily a dead gecko, but it also was saying dead animals. Period. When you see carcasses, um, that means that your protection is pretty much out of alignment in some area. So, and you may have to struggle in some area until you catch back up. So, I'm sharing that for somebody. That's for somebody, or that's just for everybody, because we need to be mindful again of the shifts of what's going down in the earth. I keep hearing breakdown. I keep hearing breakdown. I was getting ready to say the lyrics to Tevin Campbell's song, Break It Down. So, and I really love that song. But there's a breakdown of something. Something is being broke. Okay, and also, as I said, that I was shown a tower. So there are tower moments, and I'm hearing the word many. And as I heard the word many, I was saying a lot basically. However, it was shown as the word MINI. So some will be monumentous, some will be small, but there is a heavy, high need, high note. I don't know why it's coming out like that, of regulation in the earth. So all of these tower moments will bring in dejections of certain things and closure. So that's the good part, because wherever there are deficiencies and wherever there are things that may be caustic and bringing in ruin in some way, this will come and infiltrate and clean these things up. I'm hearing something about a light bulb moment. So, okay, so this has to do with how we think, and also going back to yesterday's message, which was when it was uh, when it was talking about the plug. Thank you, Most High, because I was losing it. I was going to drop that. But how we like allowing things to connect. You know, if it's not plugged in, then how can you regulate? So this is being allowing yourself to come out of the brain freeze sensory and step up to the plate. Releasing guilt as well. And as I said, guilt, I also, my mind was saying GIFT, but also GIF, which is technological. So as I'm understanding as well, in the technological realm, this worldwide web that is weaved and has been weaved for us, and how we have gotten caught up in it, and how it has become so salacious to us. Um, this I'm hearing has brought in a lot of negging. So this is negative interference, because we chose to get bought out in our own soul construct of how we view or perceive things of our own lives. We get caught up in everybody else's stuff. This is sensory. So remember in the other message I was sharing the other day, where I was speaking of connection, community, basically. But I was speaking of it in such a way, on such that broad spectrum, which was from the World Wide Web. It's like a virus. And so, because the technological device, the internet, is has its own viruses, and everybody is on it. Everybody is connected. So you're wondering, why are you thinking a certain way? And you know that you're usually pretty positive, or you work on becoming more positive, and you start hearing all this other munching and crunching and noise from your subconscious, and you know that's not me, because you've contracted, allowed another interference. It's no longer your divine force. So this is a season to give that back because you've allowed yourself to be bought out, allowing soul remission from a construct that is causing divisiveness back to the top of the message. And it's inconclusive and it's been robbed back to the yellow tower. So your wealth and your prosperity are hanging low fruit. Okay. So we have the priestess of the triple moon. Let me cover her up. We have the number 38, and that's 11, and then that's 2. That's that juxtaposition. That's that duality. So crippling your minds, crippling your hearts. She seems to be in meditative mode. I forgot what exactly she brings. Let's read real quick. What does the priestess of the triple moon, what does she bring with that number 38? So what she brings for us in our health is, yeah, because that's the card. No, that's our finances card. Okay, yeah. So come through. Thanks for patience, you guys. So what she brings is she's showing up as, and she's telling us, let me put my focus on. You are ageless and timeless, a spirit in human form. You are the crescent, full, and waxing moon. Mother Maiden and Crown energy unlock mysteries and fuel manifestations. You are in perpetual motion, and yet you are a constant force of divine energy. Be open to learning from the three aspects of this priestess. She's the Mother, Maiden, and Crown as you expand and evolve. And you are protected. And the card is upright. So yeah, yeah. So that the gecko was yesterday. So today, this is divine interference, divine integrity. You are protected. We're gonna receive it. I'm gonna receive it. I'm not gonna read any longer. But you are protected with this priestess of the triple moon. So and just honor your mother, maiden, and crown, or maiden, mother, and crown energy that she offers you, whether you are masculine or feminine. Again, we are in the dual frequency. So this is about you. I'm looking at these like peacock feathers, showing showy energy, and her colors are very colorful and powerful. She's truly honoring who she is. Are we in the waxing moon or the waning moon? Because I know the full moon, we only had 1 day of the full moon this season, or this month, or for this full moon. So, but I'm hearing crescent. I don't know about that. I'm just looking at these more like crescent. But so you are gaining creature comforts and connection that's being in the plug to the guilt ridden gifts of the past. They've been thrust out there. You got caught, and it caused you to shut down and shut off, and you became ragged. So this has been a conviction of your doubts, and it caused you to spiral. Keep thinking higher, go higher, revise your energy, your integrity. Come off of the battlefield, come out of the clouded mind. Clean yourself up, clean up your habits. Okay. You get rocked. The way you conduct yourselves is you get rocked, and you get thrown back in the trash heap, back to the trash can with the gecko. And I'm hearing starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight, and I was shown the star. So this is sensual energy, because I'm hearing sexual words. Um, sensual though. Reconstruction is here about your habits where intimacy, into me, see, are concerned. You're going to start to regulate this energy. Yeah, you're going to start to regulate this energy. I'm going to lay this card down because of how she's showing up. So that is our finances card. Yeah, you're gonna. I keep hearing scratch a thief. You got snuck though, so there somewhere, and you got caught out. You got caught out there. This is formal inventory that's getting regulated, and it robbed you due to your corroborations. You got robbed. A thief was there. A thief, or maybe a thief still may be there, because there's an infiltration I'm here from that rocking, and some things got squared off and rickety. So yeah, took you to Hellville. Yeah, connections are deeply rooted and can sometimes cause conflict. Can you hear what's being said here? So again, how you are thinking is what causes. Okay, they're sending us to health. Are you aware of your way of thinking and your connections cause your health to be affected? This is what will take you to Doomville. This is what will cause you to be robbed. This is what will cause your keys to get stolen. So again, your patterning in your relationship need to be cut off and started over. This is your clean slate season. No matter how it feels, it may feel like an imposition to you right now. You may, in this season, be getting rocked or getting rubbed the wrong way, Johnny Gill. But as you become a smart health addict, and the requirements that are being sent out to you, to your polarization, again, your north and south nodes, look them up, you guys, in your astrological chart. Your keys will no longer be confiscated as you do the work there. So, also, see, with this health, I'm seeing someone chewing and swallowing, and the mind's eye. And with that, um, again, this is not necessarily physical food, because I'm hearing this is food for thought. We are mainly focusing from this message. It seems to be mind, it seems to be mental, and I'm hearing it's in a crisis. The mind is in a crisis. Mental health, they're scratching that out. There's a correction, and I just saw them. Someone was writing, and you know how you see people sometimes get the pen or the pencil and tap their tongue with it. I still don't understand that, but okay. And then start they writing down again. So as they said, mental health crisis, scratch that out, and then check, and then go into the next. And as I'm saying, check again. That's good standing. The mental health crisis is being cleared out. That's one of the many fires, the tower moments that are being put out. Give thanks. Asha. Yeah. So here's a card. We're going to use it. Solace Minerva, justice and healing. 3, 30, 30, down to the number 3. Community, family values, restrictions, coming off of the slave trade. You're cut above the rest. Somebody may be jobless in this moment. As I said, jobless, I also connected to the word Job from the Bible, the biblical reference. So, again, many people are sick right now. Like, and I'm hearing it's in clusters. As I said it again, many. The word many keeps kind of showing up as MINI. So when they say clusters, so wherever communities, that's the 3. So yeah, this is they're saying this is 6 deal. As I heard, as I was saying, SICKS. It also came out as SIX. So with that sixth veil, as we are becoming sick and healing our health, coming out of these health crises, that's where I find our financial gain, because that's what the number six is for me, is financial stability, financial wealth and abundance. We're coming back as we clear our mind. We have to clear our mind. But so also, this could be individual. So this could be just one individual person who may be sharing um, subtle ways of how to heal certain things. I don't know why the word subtle just came in, but it did. So, that one person, but that one person is sharing it with that three, with that community. Justice and healing. Just is, that's that's me, but I heard it as just us and healing. So that's the I, just is, that's me. When I heard it as us, that's three, that's the community. So that one individual is assisting a healing crisis across the World Wide Web. This is coming from the World Wide Web. These are clusters from certain star forms. Oh, starlight, star bright. Here we go. So whoever this star is, it's womb felt, I also heard. And as I said, womb felt, WOMB. I'm hearing now WOUND, but I was hearing um I'm hearing family oriented now. They be tossing so much stuff out. Dang, I wanted to get that message out. I can't remember. Womb felt. I don't even remember, y'all. But that is starlight, star bright. So this is victorious, is what I'm hearing at the end of the day. So the healing is coming across the board in these clusters. One person. So again, I'm hearing this is where you need to be mindful again of who you are connecting with. Some things will be shut off and cut off because of the caustic definition, yeah, and causing deformities and malefics. Be mindful of who you are connecting and committing to. Period. Let's get this last message. For love. Yeah. Criminal activity. Activation. Bombshell. Okay. So somebody must be super fine, honey. And I'm hearing Rick James super free, child. Someone may be accommodating. This is a strict force. It's strict, but it's beautiful, is what I'm hearing. It's strict, but it's beautiful. And how are you comprehending? So quickly, hopefully it won't shift. With these retrograde Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto, it says, with multiple heavy planets spinning backward, the collective cosmic tone asks for internal reflection rather than rushing into big new commitments. Saturn retrograde specifically prompts a necessary review of professional commitments and structural goals. This comes from the AOL. Okay, so that's what those planets will be bringing in this retrograde. Again, I'm hearing comprehension. Your comprehension. I keep hearing something about this thief who snuck you, honey, snuck us, leaves you childless and barren. That was that womb energy as well. So with the correction from the priestess of the triple moon, her guidance will assist us from her womb, her integrity. So, oh child, this is in high definition. The spirit realm be tripping sometimes. They be doing some stuff, child. They be doing some stuff. So as you are making your correction, it won't be so sick. The energy coming from the womb and even the prostate. And I'm hearing glands. This is glandular. All this is health related, everybody. This is health related. Your keys will not be confiscated because you will have purity in those areas, in your womb, in your prostate. These glandular areas that have cause so much sickness. And what I'm receiving from that is the overexertion, being overt of smecks. That's what I'm getting. It has caused too much regulation needed in the earth. Even the earth's womb, even how she shows up, the guilt, the mistreatment, the robbing, and the rocking her and her resources, the criminality. Back to the top of the message. That's why the government and the political energy was brought up to me. I was wondering why, because again, I don't go there. So because that's why there's been so much delay, and why so many of us have been getting rocked and been getting sick and torn down and broken. Look at how Celeste, she's pouring from a very, 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 very full cup. Her cup is full. It's running over. And it looks like it's not stopping. Because how can that small? This reminds me of when so in the story of what Jesus, when his mother was telling him to make the water into wine, and it just kept flowing and flowing and flowing. And then the other story with the mother and her son, where she had run out of food and she didn't know what she was going to do. And then the spirit that came to her home that night, they came and told her, or he, I don't remember if it was three of them or one at this point in this particular story, but either who, she was, they were about to have their last meal. It was just one, and she and her son. And he came and he said, "Well, if you feed me first, then I'll ordain your supply. Basically, I'm gonna make sure it's plentiful, but you gotta feed. You have to feed me first. Are you feeding God? Look at that. That's how I was. I'm like, okay, where we going? Are you feeding God? And again, this is your God as well. But I'm speaking of Mother Earth, though, y'all. So she's been robbed. Even some of us don't know how to treat her. We toss paper and trash and all of that out there on her. I used to have to check my daughter and my granddaughters about that. Like, what are y'all for real right now? And they knew better. They would do it sometimes just to agitate me, just for if I'm driving, for me to pull over and make their behinds get out, or if their mom is driving, or her behind is even driving, and she has to pull over. It's keying. Child, please don't do the earth like that. Yeah, and so here we are wondering why she's spewing out difficulties and deficiencies and all that kind of stuff. It's your karmic debt that you're building as well. So again, your flow, how you conduct yourself, your karma dharma, your gifts. But you're retracting now. But you're ready, is what I'm hearing. You're ready to heal because you're willing to open up to the gifts of love. Gotcha. You're ready to open up to the gifts of love. I'm hearing something about this is a requirement to better the dualities. I'm hearing something about threesomes as well. So I guess that's what God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit, the Holy Divine. Um, this is about you completing that mission. Again, remember yesterday's message, the last message that was being, I'm hearing, foretold was that we are not going to have any more empty commitments in relationships. So this is a restructuring. I'm hearing of ambivalence. So, I already shuffled them. Now we have this inverted. Follow your bliss, Lolita 21. There's three again, and there's also another peacock. Follow your bliss. Three, community, family orientation. Again, see, we're back to what I just said about no more empty, basically, no more empty promises where relationship is concerned. Things have been inhumane. So, again, the keys being confiscated. I'm looking at these as keys on her earrings. Again, communication too. I just heard, can you hear? But this these contracts are a cup of your love, and they are reflective of your value, of who you are, and how you choose to balance out your life. Back to that karma, dharma, what I was just speaking of. Your regulation of your hopes, wishes, and dreams. That's your bliss. Your guidance, and this is integral. So I'm hearing something about the bewitching hour, and then they say around 3 o'clock. That's when the energy becomes more potent. So if anyone has possibly been waking up around 3 o'clock, and um, hmm, I'm hearing Rasan Patterson burning, but I was thinking about his song 6 a.m. But I'm hearing burning. So if okay, that's why, because there. So as you put your passion in that 3 a.m. hour, I'm hearing that's the awakening hour. So when they're saying awakening, this is to help you build stronger, because there is fervor in that 3 o'clock hour, that 3 a.m. hour. Um, Greater building, and that's what I think our last card from yesterday's message was about. Basically, what are you building? And then that number 4 was there. That's security. Or 6 was there. Both of them are security, though. One is financial. This is for me. One is financial, and one is just about stability and gain, wealth, abundance, period. But so, can you trust your habits? But in this love, this is your love, in the love of yourself, in the love of your habits, in the love of even how you cohabitate, and how you maybe restrict yourself and bring in divisiveness. This is up to you. This is your bliss. But the keys will and can be confiscated if you don't do them correctly for you. Whatever your habits are, this is up to you. What feels good to you? I always say that. Like, this is what feels good to you. Whatever you love, that's the jurisdiction that you are choosing to stay in. If being unwell is what feels good to you, then that's where you're gonna be. It's up to you. Whenever you are ready to shift. I get it. Again, I know, again, that's why I said, I know a lot of this has to do with my health. So this is about you and your contracts and what you are willing to sign. How are you showing up for yourself? Again, the love of self. And that was mentioned in yesterday's message. How much do you love yourself? And how much wealth are you willing to bring in? I'm hearing, do you want, or would you rather cut yourself and bleed out? This is a restrictive habit. So they're stopping. Yeah. So a restrictive habit. So I guess because you are restricting yourself, and obviously you're okay in it. Again, family ties, bonds, all these types of contracts are contrasts of who you are. So this is you and you, the mirror. This is you and you. Let's see real quick. We're stopping. It's inverted. Life force, health, and longevity. The white terror. That's why I looked at it, because I saw the word health and longevity, or words health and longevity. So life force, health, and longevity. 33, 6, financial gain, but it's inverted. So we have these inverted cards showing up for us today, where health is concerned, and our wealth, our gain. That's it. The finances are in struggle mode today. Or that may, for whoever does not resonate with that part, they were. So this is repairing them, though. Life force, health, and longevity. So regulate your heart posture. I was saying heart posture. I don't know why this lotus looked, it looked to be like a heart to me for 2.2 seconds. That's just me, y'all. I don't know. But that's how the Most High does with the vision of, when I'm channeling sometimes, is. So, yeah, your heart posture, though. So you're remedying. your compulsive behaviors. Okay? And there's a strict knife. It's a cut. And it will be a smart cut when you do it. I hear you, Most High. I hear you. In order for you to gain. Yeah, yeah. Take the cuffs off to gain back your life force, to get your health and your longevity back in divine. Divine is the word that I'm taking note of. Divine order. Yeah, no more restrictive values. Like, it's pretty pathetic at the end of the day when we can be okay with allowing our health to become so dysfunctional. You know, I know for me, in all honesty, because um, I operate more off of my spiritual muscle and holistic values and such, and thus, when I'm not well, I tend to lean very heavily on that until I realize nothing is happening. And so I'll give myself a timeline to mentally prepare for other modalities of readjustment, you know. So I heard the Most High saying, baby, it's getting rickety and creaky. And is and am and are. Don't do me. Don't do me. Here's the gift though, y'all. Priestess of the gift to serve. Priestess of the gift to serve. 3. So I covered up her nannies, but I didn't realize that her womb area, not really her womb, but that spot, the little smack spot, needed a little more covering. It's covered, but yeah. So priestess of the gift to serve. That's 3 as well. Once you add that up with that 39. So as she's meditating here, the word gift, that's what made me pick this up. So she's meditating, and so is the priestess of the moon. This actually, let me observe them. No, they don't look like the same person. But they kind of ish do ish, especially her and her spirit woman. So this is divine essence. And how you enter that summoning of your divine essence. You're breaking away and peeling away from your old positioning. So she looks, she looks like her. That's not what I was getting ready to say. I was about to say she looks more at peace, but they both look pretty at peace, but in different ways. What are you summoning? Thank you, Most High. That's why they look different. That's why. What are you summoning? To me, with this gift to serve, I'm just gonna keep it real because they both have the same moons over their head. But she's kind of, to me, she looks like she's just pulling everything out her, just everything. It doesn't look um it just looks like a lot. It looks like a lot. So as you're serving, I guess I'm gonna say that as you are serving, what are you serving? And see, it looks like heat is coming out of there. This is passion, I feel. So again, with that follow your bliss, it's up to you. What do you love? She looks like her stuff looks nice and neat and clean, and like she knows what she's doing. Not to say that she doesn't know what she's doing, because she knows what she's doing too. But what is she conjuring? I'm hearing this is the conjure. What is she conjuring? She got you. It look like everything just. I keep wanting to use the word ASS, but it just look like everything just coming up out of that Wonka baby. All kinds of nonsense. But if she wants it, that's her bliss. Meanwhile, she over here like, baby, I don't have time for that. Give me my peace. That's why the peacocks are there for her. Ain't no peacocks over here. She has an owl, and the owl saying, "Whoo, whoo, what you got going on, sis? What are you doing?" I'm pretty sure her energy is pretty potent and peaceful in its own way. I'm hearing reconstructive, but yeah. So, yeah, hey, just what are you bringing in from your tower? Okay, so we're gonna stop because these messages are getting longer and longer. I'll be trying to hold y'all, but yeah, hopefully you all get something from the messages and can figure your journeys out from what the messages are saying. Okay. I love you all much. You all don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the description box. Don't forget to book sis. And yeah, you never know. This is a journey of well-being. So let's regulate, y'all. All right. Love you all much. Enjoy your weekend, and I will be back. See you all on the next one.